Hello, my YouTube friends. Welcome to the Midnight Special Show, Audio Master Show. Thank you guys for joining in tonight. As always, we appreciate each and every one of you. This video goes out to Teddy R. Hello, Teddy R. I know that you're just getting started in your audio world, and welcome to a never ending journey of bliss. Man, you're going to love it, man. So there were so many questions that you wrote in, and you were wanting to know about this, you were wanting to know about that. You were so pumped up about starting a YouTube channel and all these great things that you had in going on in your mind about what to, how to, and all this other great stuff, man. So I just want to just ease on back, man, and sit back in your reclining chair tonight, get you some popcorn and enjoy the show, man. Maybe make you a little hot toddy and ease on back, or pop you a cold brewski or whatever you'd like to get into, man. Go ahead and get on into it before we get started, man, because we got some great stuff I want to share with you. Okay. And the most important thing that I want to say, because you can get all wrapped up into the digital world and all the beautiful gear that we can get our lovely hands on, right? Whether it's microphone preamps, compressors, interface. These are some things that you're going to be thinking about, possibly if you haven't already, thinking about getting into. And these are things that you need in the audio world to actually do some recording to your DAW. So I'm not really sure if you're more interested in actually starting a YouTube channel or actually starting a recording studio. But either way, there's some things that you're going to need right off the bat, and you kind of need to make a decision on where you want to put your money, or the majority of your money, as you get started into it. Oh man, I laugh about it because, man, it's a never-ending journey of love in the audio recording world, and you can't go wrong um, with this adventure. I mean, I've enjoyed it all these years, and every day there's something new coming out, or some new preamp that's coming out, or new keyboards that's coming out, that keeps us all glued to those pages as to what's new in the gear freak world. And I have to admit, I am a gear freak because I just love microphones. That's kind of like been my thing all through the years. And so to kind of get you off to the a good foot forward, I'd like to say you might want to try to get into. I was looking earlier today online, and I have worked with Reaper before. Reaper is a great little program that you can get, man. A great little doll. They do have a program that you can download free, but and that's only if you're going to be using it for personal use, or if you're going to be using it for teaching and whatnot. And you can go to the website and look at it yourself. But I highly suggest just go ahead and spend the $60, man, and sign up for the program and get on board with it, because it's a great doll, man. You can do everything from automation in it. I think you can record at 96K. You can do all these great things within Reaper, and it comes with EQs, compressors, and all this other stuff. So you're going to have some tools right off the bat to actually start doing some professional recording, man. And so, I actually did my last project in 2019 on Reaper, and it was a beautiful thing because I was able to put in Waves plugins, and with no hiccups, man. We had no hiccups with it. So I suggest something starting out like with a DAW like that. Spend $60. That'll get you a nice little DAW to put in your computer that you're using, and then get you a nice little dynamic microphone. If this is for your podcast, uh, I'm not sure if you've seen last night's show. I want to show you this if I can find it. Okay, so this is a Shure SM7, 57 microphone. It's a $99 microphone. Okay, and I got the shock mount for $22, and this little windscreen right here. Check it out, for like $12 and something cents, and it goes over the top of the capsule. And right here along this little black ledge right here, there's a little place There it is, where you can actually tighten down that screw. You see it? There's a little set screw right there, and that actually tightens it down on the microphone. And so it's not going to come off, man. And so for $100, check out the video I did the other night between this microphone compared to the Shure SM7B, and you're going to find out there's a lot of resemblance in the two mics. This is a $399 mic. This is a $99 mic. And so you might want to go with this one. And hey, look, Teddy, if you don't want to use this in your podcast later on, the Shure 57, you can always use it on mic in your guitar rig or different instruments. So it's not going to be a loss to you. You're going to use it in your studio later on. Trust me, you will. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. So your DAW is going to get you in at $60. This will get you in at $99, maybe a little under $140 with the shock mount and all that other stuff. And you're going to need an interface if you're going into your DAW. So that might be something you need to do a little research as to looking. They make some task cams that's really nice. It's relatively cheap. Also, PreSonus makes some nice, relatively cheap interfaces that'll get you up and going right away, man. So here's the cool thing with Reaper and PreSonus. It's insane. All the videos that's out there on YouTube on how to, if you get stuck doing something, you can just email somebody or just go to a tutorial. And there's tons and tons of tutorials on YouTube as to how to, figure out something. Now, back in the day, whenever I was using Nuendo, it was crazy, man, because there was nothing out, and I don't even think there's anything out now much on Nuendo on how to do something or get around. It's just insane, man. There wasn't that much out there to learn from, right? And so you just either had to figure it out or get stuck for a while until you did figure it out. But with PreSonus and Reaper, there's so many people using it, man. Ah, I probably that'd probably be something I would consider actually using. If I wasn't using Studio One right now, I was contemplating on using Reaper again and going with that. But I really like my PreSonus stuff, and I've been enjoying the heck out of it lately. So but for you, you might want to consider starting out with a Reaper or something like that, and that'll get you down the road, man. Uh, and it's a really nice doll. It really is. It's a good doll. And like I say, we had no hiccups whatsoever using it, and I really enjoyed it a lot. But also the interface, that's going to make a difference on the quality of the sound that you're actually recording at. So you might be recording at say 44K, or you maybe want to record at 48K, or you maybe want to record at 96K. Either way, the higher the sample rate, the better the quality. But here's the kicker behind that, man. The higher the sample rate, the more space it's going to take up on your computer. Okay, so you're really going to have to need a lot of gigabyte, a lot of memory to actually absorb all those sample rates, man, being so high. But you can record at 44K and do just fine, Teddy, and come out doing really, really good with 44K. That's CD quality, if not better. And now you're dumping down from CD quality, which is 16-bit CD, and then you're dumping down to an MP3, which is less quality than a 16-bit CD. So if you're recording at 44K, a lot of engineers like to record at 44K. I know, man. So much to learn, right? And I hope this doesn't overwhelm you, but I did want to get on here and share a little bit about, the audio world with you because I know from the questions that you were asking me, you need some help, getting a little further along than where you're at right now. So this is what I highly suggest. I'm not sure what type of room that you're in right now or what your budget is right now. But either way, whatever your budget is, if I highly suggest actually treating the room that you're going to be mixing in first or doing any of your recording in, man. And here's why. If you're doing any mixing or tracking in your studio, you're going to run into reflections. And these reflections are going to be bouncing around all over the room. They're going to be coming out of your monitors and going this way and that way, hitting the wall in front of you, bouncing off, and giving you a misrepresentation of how your mix is really sounding. Man, there's nothing more frustrating than getting into a mix and thinking you got a great mix when you're actually mixing the room and you take it out to your vehicle and it doesn't sound anything like what you heard in your studio. So before you even get started, man, I highly suggest getting some treatment for your room and putting that on the walls. And typically, when you order treatment, some diffusers, some sound absorbers, and some bass traps for your room. It will tell you actually as to where to place the material on the walls. And if you don't know, you can check out one of my older videos on how to do that and how to get the best sound out of your room by strategically placing the material on the walls and in the corners. And so I go over all that in another video and you can check it out, man. Just check it out. Treat your room first. It's really, really valuable, important, imperative that you do that first. That way, you're going to get really your mixes, what you hear, you're going to hear your speakers instead of the room, and it's going to help you actually be a, do better mixes and not make so many mistakes. So it's real crucial that you do that. Second would be get your DAW set up and then your interface that you're actually going to be using. And like I say, Tascam makes one. That's what I'm actually talking through right now. A little Tascam. It's has two inputs in it for you know for two different instruments at the same time. And what model number is that? It's the IS 2x2 Tascam, and it don't sound too bad, man. It really doesn't. I'm looking for something and I can't find it. But anyway, it sounds really, really good. It's not a bad thing. And then I have another little PreSonus. It's like a 2x2 thing that I started out on a long time ago. Or actually, it came with a PreSonus thing, and it may be something that you might want to go to and actually use to start your studio up. But either way, you're going to need an interface and you're going to need a microphone to do broadcast. Perhaps it's just broadcasting that you want to do, and more do start out with that first. Like I say, I'm not sure where you're at as far as what your main goals are. But if you plan on recording, you're going to need an interface and you're going to need a DAW and your computer. And other than that, you can probably just get by with a microphone off the computer to actually start your podcast. But there you go again, man. I highly suggest having a microphone so that you're not picking up the room ambience. You're just picking up the microphone, man. Got to have a great microphone for your podcast. It's just the way it is. It's just going to sound really, really good, and everybody's going to enjoy being able to hear you nice and clear through your microphone, man. So we touched on that tonight, and I wanted to get with you and share on that because it's real important that you know how important it is for starting out. You don't want to get frustrated with a DAW. Buy something that you can't figure out, that isn't intuitive to actually navigate around the DAW itself. And there's nothing more frustrating than trying to figure something out and spending more time trying to navigate around the DAW than you do recording. And so, also, I'd mentioned earlier in another video that if you have a friend that actually has a DAW, and maybe he might be using Cubase or he might be using Logic or whatever he's using. If he's somebody that you've actually a friend of yours and you can go over there, or he's been doing stuff on his computer, it might be a good idea to get the same type of DAW that he has, simply because he's further along than you are and he can help you out as far as navigating around your DAW. Once you get that down and you get the navigation down easier, it's gonna you're gonna want to get in your computer and actually do more recording, because you're gonna feel more comfortable about getting around, and it's not gonna be too overwhelming to swallow at one time. So that's why I suggest if you have a friend that's actually using a doll, a particular doll, you maybe want to use the same thing that he's using. My son is using Logic, and he tried to persuade me to actually use Logic. But here's the thing: I really didn't want to have to use Logic on my Macintosh, and I really like working on a PC a lot better. Even though Macintoshes are built like bricks, man, they just kind of do everything left-handed. And if you're right-handed, and you're a left-handed thinker, it's all on the right side, man. And so it's a little odd actually moving around. So yeah, just if your friend's got a certain doll that he's using and you want to learn, it's a great idea just to go ahead and see what he's using, hang out with him. He'll be further along the path than you, and he can guide you along, man, and kind of get you where you need to be in your DAW so that it isn't too overwhelming and frustrating just starting out, man. And there's nothing more frustrating when you want to go record some tracks. Maybe you had a few things, a few tunes that you had in mind that you've been rehearsing over and over and over. And all you want to do is lay these tracks down and you get your DAW in, you get your computer all set up and whatnot, and you can't navigate around the thing. You know what you want to do, but it's just real time consuming trying to figure out the daggum doll, and you don't want that. So, for you guys, it's just starting out. Like I say, if you have a friend that's been playing on, maybe it's Logic or Cubase or whatever, it's a good idea to hang out with them and see what's going on, and then go that direction, right? So, hang on one second, guys. I got to do something. Hang on. Sorry about that. I did hear my dog outside, and she's barking right now. She was trying to get in, and when I went to go get her off the front porch, she had already hightailed it out there to chase somebody down the street. So there you go, man. But yeah, a lot of great things going on at the Audio Master channel. We got some cool stuff and some cool videos coming up. You do not want to miss out on, man. Everything from interviews with Rick Dana coming up, and just Tyler Cesaris, and just different people that we're doing interviews on who are musicians. Thank you guys that are just joining into the Facebook group. We appreciate each and every one of you, because without you, man, it would be much harder to do a show, man. And we appreciate all of you guys, man. Y'all are all important and imperative to the show, and keep your questions coming in, man. We love all your questions. And hey, if you haven't figured out how to write down here, which a lot more people are doing, and I appreciate that when you guys write in down here. But if you haven't figured that out, man, I don't mind you messaging me on my messenger. So usually when you join the Facebook group, that kind of connects us in Messenger. So if you need to send me messages by email or whatever, or by my messenger, bam, we're on, man. And you know what? Here's the thing about Messenger. You send me messages there, I can get back to you within seconds, man. And I don't have to be in front of my computer to do so. So that's a really cool thing about Messenger, right? So yeah, a really, really cool thing. Uh-oh. Looks like I opened my Messenger. Hang on a second, y'all. Somebody's hitting me up here. Hang in there. Oh, wow. Always great things going on here at the Audio Master Show. I just appreciate each and every one of you as always. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. So next week I have a beautiful Korg. Let's see here. Hang on a second. I'll tell you. See if I can find that. Let's see if we can find that. Yeah, there it is right there. Hang on. It should be in my cart. But if it isn't, hang on. I'm fixing to find something here. Uh-oh. Need to go back. Oh, you know what? That's hang on a second, guys. I don't know why it pulled me there. I gotta get out of here and go here. Hang on a second, man. Chill out with me. I don't know what my dog's up to, man, but whatever she's up to, it's not good. She really needs to be inside. Who knows? Okay, so I'm on the website here, so I want to type in this, and we'll see if we can't find it, right? I'm fixing to dial in on it. Okay, there it is right there. No, that's not it. What the heck? That is not it. Okay, here it is. The Korg XD4 voice analog synthesizer. Here it is right here, guys. It's 649. It's got 5 stars on here. You see that? It's 649. It's Sweetwater. It's got 5 stars on that baby. And this I'm gonna be doing an unboxing on this. 4 voice analog synth with deep digital multi-engine. It's a hybrid synthesizer, analog synths. Where did I read about old recordings of, or maybe that was a video I seen. Hmm. Hang on, guys. Yeah, analog sounds. It's got crazy stuff that it'll do, man. Okay, 37 key, 4 voice, analog digital synthesizer. 32-bit floating point, digital effects engine, modulation, delay, reverb effects. 16 user slots, loaded custom effects, CV. It just seems like I read something about having some presets of, a bunch of the stuff they did in Pink Floyd. Anyway, the reviews are crazy. 5 stars. 5 stars. Amazing. And I bought this Mini XD after months research and analysts of mini analog poly, and he says he loves it, man. Ridiculous Swiss Army synth. Outstanding synthesizer. Look, these are the reviews. Look at this. All these 5 stars on here. Let's see if you can see. 555. Can you see that? 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. All these 5 stars, man. It goes down on and on and on about 5 stars. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing an unboxing on it, man. You don't want to miss out. It's gonna be a really, really cool piece to add to my collection in here. And I'm so stoked that I'm actually getting it in here, man. It's just a really cool. I'm always digging microphones and always digging preamps and things like that. But it's going to be nice to actually have another synth, a keyboard to play on, man, and actually do some tracking with, and get on down the road. You know what I mean? Oh, I know. It's so cool. But the last few nights we've been doing different videos. We've been doing some reviews on microphones. Did a review on this 55 microphone by Shure. And then we also did a review on the 57, which is a great microphone. The 55 and the 57 and the AK-47. You know what? It's been a while since I actually cranked that baby up, and we need to crank that baby up, man. It's going to be really cool to actually get on here and start doing some tracking again and hanging out with you guys in the studio. Can't wait. Can't wait to start doing that, man. It's going to be really cool, man. Actually, lay some songs down. I've got some other people, some other subscribers that's wanting to actually collaborate with me and come in the studio and do some cool stuff. And so I'm really, really excited about that. However, as you guys know, I've got my book coming out here shortly and just a lot of really cool things happening. And so with that being said, it's going to be kind of hard for me to jump on and get behind the wheel of the mixing board and sit in the pilot seat and do some really cool stuff. So I have been missing a few of my contacts here lately, and I'm really not sure if they're okay, if they disappeared, if they've gotten a shot, if they're okay, um, if they actually, what happened to them, man. Because my mom got the shot and she actually got sick. And so I was concerned about that for a while. Seems like she's getting better, but it's just the whole idea. And so there are a lot of people out there that I haven't heard back from, and I'm worried about them. And so I've actually reached out to them, and they have either just uh, my dog is just going nuts out there, man. I wonder where she's at. I wonder what she's doing, man. But anyway, I'm reaching out. So this is Major Tom Ground Control. Ground Control. Where are you guys that I've reached out to? And have you disappeared? Or is this, oh, this is a new thing. It could be called ghosting or something. Do any of you guys know what that means? Ghosting. It's a new thing. It's what people do when they don't when they don't want to talk to you, right? Anyway, it's a real thing though. It seems to be a custom these days. I don't know. For me, when someone reaches out to me, typically I get back to them, and then if I don't, then something's definitely wrong. You need to come check on me because when I get a phone call or a message from somebody, man, that's so important to me. Get back to you guys and let you guys know that hey, I'm alive, alive and well, and each and every one of you important. But if someone doesn't get back to you or whatever, it's pretty much saying, I don't want nothing to do with you, man. But anyway, my dog is just going nuts out there, dude. I don't know what she's into, but I might have to stop the video for a second. You might have to hang out with me and look at an empty screen while I go check on my dog and drag her butt in here. And she's still out there getting after it, man. Hang on a second, guys. Sorry about that, man. Hang on, man. Hang on right back. I might have her in my arms here in a second. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. She had a possum cornered, and she wasn't letting that possum go, man. You go lay down. Anyway, I don't know what her deal was, man. Uh, she always likes to chase the possums around here. And, possums are good, man. Possums. If you got a possum in your yard, don't kill it. Don't mess with it. Possums are good. They're pretty much they eat ticks and they. I mean, they're ugly as all get out, but they're good to have around your house. And they don't get rabies and all of that good stuff. So anyway, I'm kind of out of breath. I had to chase her down. Sorry about that. But if I'm not looking over her, she'll get into something she shouldn't get into, man. She's old. You would think she'd learn by now, being old, that she would settle down and want to hang out around the house and lay down on the floor or whatever, or lay in her little doggy bed like most dogs do. But she's old and she's raising Cain, man. She's out there, if like I say, she's getting into all kind of stuff. She's an old dog, and she's getting into all kind of stuff. Like when she was a puppy, when she was little or younger, she never got into anything. She never got in any trouble. She never ran off. She never did anything. But now that she's older, old and gray, I don't know, man. Kind of a weird thing. But anyway, that's her. Uh, so I don't know, man. We got a lot of great things going on. That's all I know. And I appreciate each and every one of you joining in tonight. Sometimes it's just fun just to kind of just hang out with you guys and see what you guys are doing in your studio. Have you been recording anything lately? And if you have, man, please write in and tell me what new gear that you've been using lately. I always like to know about all that new gear stuff. I'm a gear guy, a gear freak, and so there's all kind of stuff coming out, man. And I was talking to the guy the other day. He said, "Man," he said, "you would not believe how much studio equipment we're selling." I said, "Well, with the economy like it is, gas is going up, so many people out of work." I said, "What's the deal where, what's everybody just reaching into their savings and whatever?" And he says, "I don't know what it is, man," but he says, they can't keep anything on the shelf. It's like their phones are ringing all day long and they're just constantly selling thousands and thousands and thousands of audio equipment. Everything from microphones to preamps, compressors, mixing boards, you name it. They're making all-time records sales selling recording gear in these times that we're in right now. And I guess part of it's because everybody's staying home, this COVID thing, and then everybody's getting like I don't know, free money or free checks from the government or whatever. And so they're staying home and they're spending their money on audio equipment. Imagine that. I guess if I was getting free money, I'd be spending money on audio equipment too, right? Uh, but anyway, it's kind of a neat thing that he's excited, man. They get commissions and all that other good stuff. So man, he's racking in the dough because his phone just won't let up all day long. He's just like constantly picking it up and talking to people and making sales on audio gear and everything. And that'd be a fun job, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be a fun job if you're an engineer or you like to record or do anything like that, and you go to work every day and you talk to people about engineering, about recording equipment, preamps. And here's the thing: you're around all that stuff all day long. You're gonna be turning it on. You're gonna be using it, right? And they got some of these places got nice recording studios in them. So they're full blown outfits, man, where they've got nice mixing boards and the whole 9 yards. You can get in there and play on the job, man, on the job, right? What a neat thing, huh? So let me try to do something here. Hang in there for a second, guys. Ooh, what was that? Hang on. I'm always trying to do different things while I can. In the process of oh wow, we got a little snow going on in Texas. We're in the big Texas. approaching midnight at the Saturday night special Audio Master Show. Saturday night special Audio Master Show. Not Saturday night special, midnight special. What am I thinking of? Tonight's Friday night, right? So, as you guys know, I have been taking some antibiotics because I went to the dentist the other day, and oh my gosh. Let me tell you something about a toothache. Uh, so I was as I was laying in bed the other night, my tooth was hurting so bad, and it was throbbing, and it literally felt like my heartbeat was going boom, 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 boom. With every beat of my heartbeat, I could feel it in my tooth. It was insane. It hurt so bad. And I'm laying there thinking, I've got to get to the dentist. I have got to get in there, and he has got to do something for me to alleviate this pain and to fix whatever's going on, right? And so I'm laying there in bed, and it's really, really quiet, and I could literally feel that pressure and that uh, throbbing going on in my tooth with every beat of my heart. And I was thinking, what the heck did people do back in the day when there was no help? So, did you know, needless to say the least, that people way back in so I got up the next day and did a little research, and people way back in the day before the 19th century got their barber, believe it or not, their barber to extract their teeth or tattoos or anything they needed to do. Their barber took care of that, man. Whether it was setting a fracture or all that other kind of stuff, it was the barber that did that work. Wow. I never would have thought that. But then I was thinking of that show where Tom Hanks is in. And anyway, he's a pilot, and he actually gets his plane goes down, and he actually gets on this island, or he's stuck on this island. I can't remember the name of this show, but he's stuck on this island, and he gets a toothache. Okay, and there's nobody around, and the only person he has to talk to, or only thing that he has to talk to, is this volleyball that he named Wilson. And he actually takes some blood off of his wound that he had got punctured being out in the water trying to catch fish, and he makes a face on this volleyball and draws hair on there and eyes on the volleyball and a mouth and all this stuff, and he names this ball Wilson. It's the only thing he has to keep his sanity. But anyway, he's on this island with a toothache, and it just keeps showing him like packing his mouth with something, maybe I don't know if it's seaweed or grass or something where the pain is around that tooth. And I got to thinking, man, you know what? Uh when I was laying in that bed and my tooth was throbbing like that, I was thinking, man, there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse, you guys. Now if you fracture your arm or break a finger or something like that, yeah, it hurts. And if you bump it and everything, it hurts. But pretty much, it doesn't really hurt uh, constantly, and it's not in your mouth. And so, there's nothing worse than a toothache, man. So now we have antibiotics and whatnot to kill the infection. We have painkillers and whatnot, Advil or whatever they put you on to, relieve the pain. And just, so anyway, my dentist was telling me, he said, yeah, people would actually, die from infection if they didn't take care of it. They didn't take care of their mouth. And years ago, I got to thinking, I was thinking, well, back in the day when there was slavery and all that other stuff going on, that's what they would do. They would open their mouth and look in their mouth and actually see if their teeth were good. they had good teeth, if, did they have any problems with them or whatever, and that was part of what they did to check them over, right? It's really crazy to think the history when you start thinking about history and how we've progressed with everything, and then to think that we're sitting here in our recording studio with snow coming on our computer in the middle of May in Texas, and we have all this audio gear that we can record on in our own home. Who would have thought that, right? Um, that wouldn't even have been a dream of someone in the 1930s or 40s or even 50s that everyone would have a recording studio in their home and be able to record music using the latest technology and the best technology there is. Wow. We're so fortunate, right, in so many ways. Um, Here's the thing though, with all this beautiful equipment and everything that we have to record on, it's really important that we never lose touch of our reality. And sometimes it's really important to take our smartphone and put it down and leave it at home, turn off our computers, turn off all our gear and everything, and go connect with nature. And so it's just really healthy for us in a good way that we don't get so disconnected from society that everything that we do is on the computer or our telephone, and we're constantly looking at our phone on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or all these other apps to keep our mind um, wrapped up into the social uh, computer world, right? So we have Messenger, we have Facebook, we have the internet, we have Snapchat, we have all these other apps with games and all this other stuff that occupies our time with Pinterest, all these different apps that are on our phone that occupy our time and keep us away from what's real, you know? And so just remember all these other things. If the lights go out, if the towers go down, you have no other way of communication. And so that's why it's important that we stay connected with people, our friends, our neighbors that surround us, that we always have a relationship with them, just simply because they're vital in our life for our health and for helping one another out. You know what I mean? So anyway, I hope tonight was just going to be about me telling about Teddy, helping him out as far as what doll, what not to get. And then the other part of tonight, this video is about just me hanging out with you guys and talking. So if you don't know what this channel is about, I will tell you that this channel is about recording, mixing, mastering, and talking about all kind of cool little techniques that'll kind of progress where you're at. Everything from novice stuff to intermediate to advanced stuff. And also, this channel is about open reviews on doing reviews on microphones and new equipment. And also, this channel is about interviewing other engineers. So if you haven't joined the channel, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, it should be like right down there, right down there, and or maybe it's right over there. No, it's right down there. It should be right there in that corner, man. Anyway, it says Audio Master on it. It's a little BO black icon. If you click on that, hover your mouse over that, right? It's going to bring you in, man. And when it does, boom, you're in, man. And then if you hit that bell, and go ahead and slam it out of the park, it gets you a grand slam. And what that does, it notifies you when I get on, man, and we start talking about recording equipment and stuff like that. You don't want to miss out because we always got some great stuff going on, man. I'm looking for something tonight. I don't see it. I'm actually looking for my drink and I don't see it. I could have sworn I brought it in here. I don't know if I brought it back in there whenever I went to look outside to see if it was the dog was at the door. Anyway, I want to tell you something funny about my little dog right now. As she gets older, I don't know what it is, man, but she's tends to forget sometimes where, where home is, you know what I mean? And, like I say, she's just been acting out. Maybe you guys can relate to that. Does your dog ever act out and do things, and then when you come back home, they look all innocent? Maybe they, got into the toilet paper or the tissue paper or something and shredded everything around the house, and then you come back in and they're just looking at like they're innocent, like they didn't do anything, and they're the only one there, right? And you're thinking, "You know better than this. You're not a puppy anymore. What's your deal? Why are you being stupid? Why are you doing this?" So they're acting out. And so the other day, my dog was inside, and I locked up her doggy door so she wouldn't continue to go in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out because we had just put some sand in the yard. And by her going in and out and in and out, she just kept dragging sand in the house and the house. And I was just constantly having to sweep. There's hardwood floors in here, so I was constantly having to sweep up sand and everything. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put a stop to this. I'm gonna put her doggy door on. So I did. I put her doggy door on, and then when I would leave, she would bark one out, and then she would end up ripping the doggy door off with her teeth. So I was like, and then jumping up and jumping up and jumping up and down on the curtain and tearing all the little balls, the little fringy balls that are off the curtain on the floor. Like, are you kidding me? This dog, she's getting old. She shouldn't even be able to jump this high. Well, she's jumping that high, and she's trying to get out. She don't want to be in the house. So I put screws on the doggy door so that she can't pull the door off the doggy door. Well, to make matters worse, she comes in here and she tears up stuff. She gets in the garbage can in the bathroom and takes all the Q-tips and things that I've thrown in the garbage can, tissue paper and all that other stuff that's, accumulated in your bathroom garbage, and spreads it all over the daggum floor, man. And I'm thinking, I come home like, what's your deal? I mean, why do you want to act out like this just because I leave for a little while? So anyway, dogs kind of have their own little ticks and clicks and about them that they do the mysterious things, right? But here's part of it: they know how to act out whenever you're not doing something they like or don't like, right? So I just want to say thank you guys for joining in tonight. Uh, the Midnight Special Audio Master Show. As always, we appreciate each and every one of you around. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group, go ahead and do so now. If it doesn't let you in, I'll see that you're trying to get in, and I'll come yank you in and pull you into the group. And just remember that once you're in the group, to put your music up, put whatever you're into up, let everybody know what you're doing. There's something else I wanted to share with you guys tonight, and I hope I ain't forgetting anything. But anyway, I will be starting the new project with the Korg synthesizer, and it's gonna be really, really neat to actually hang out and do some cool stuff, man, and enjoy that with you guys and lay some tracks. Oh, I've got my Shure emblem up there. Can you guys see that? It says Shure right there. Yeah, it says Shure. You see that back there? Shure microphones right there. Sure. Excellent mics. And I also wanted to show you this. It says Sure right there on the popper stopper. Isn't that cool? Very, very nice, right? So I think this is this is my go-to microphone whenever I get on here. You guys know I like the Shure SM7B. It completely rocks. Thank you guys for joining in as always. It really sounds good, doesn't it? I'm liking it, man. Thank you guys for joining in tonight. The Audio Master Show. It will get you going in the snow. So, yeah, man, just some cool effects added to it. But what's really kind of cool is you can thin it out. You can thin out a lot of things. You can actually roll it off, roll everything off, right? But if you really want that broadcast voice, you kind of want to stay around this area right here. And that's going to give you that nice big fat sound. Somewhere right around in here is actually best. That's generally right around flat. Everything's flat. So just for $100, this microphone will get you in and do the same stuff, man. It's a great mic, man. Shure 57. It's been out 1,000 years, actually since 1965. It's been on every record you've ever heard in your life, probably. Why not get you one for $100, man? Set this baby over here. So as the timer keeps ticking, and as we ease on back in our recliners, and we wonder where tomorrow's going to bring us, and all the uncertainty in the world, we wonder where things are going. Perhaps the unthinkable. I want to encourage you that whatever happens, we're all in this together, right? So get excited about what you're doing, man. Start living your life now. Start living your dreams now. Because no one can promise us tomorrow. And if they do, they're lying. So remember that. But as you know, time will always continue on. And a generation will come and a generation will go. And that's why it's so important for us to be mentors and to teach the next generation the things that we have learned in the audio world, mixing, tracking, recording, and so on. Share all this great information with them so that they can, you can instill all the things that you've learned into them so that, one, they don't make the same mistakes that we made. And then they might have to make those mistakes anyway, right? Because you know how kids are, man. They're hard headed, they know everything. And so we have to be real patient with them. We have to not squeeze too hard. Just remember, I was always told that if they're like bars of soap. Kids are. If you squeeze them too hard in the shower, they're going to slip out and get away from you. If you don't squeeze them hard enough, they're going to slip out and get away from you. So finding that right balance of just how hard to squeeze, so that that bar of soap stays perfectly in your hand at all times and doesn't slip out. And that's the way you want to be towards your kids, right? So that they don't slip away. And if they got a problem, they can always come to you and say, "Hey, Dad, this is what happened today at school." And you can say, "Hey, son," and you can relate to their needs, right? So get in the studio, bring your kid in the studio, show him what you're doing, fire up those preamps, teach him about preamps, teach him about compressors, teach him about DAWs, teach him about interfaces, teach him about cables, microphones, how imperative they are to have in your recordings and your tracks. Teach him all these great things, man, so he'll grow up and either be a musician or an engineer or a producer or something like that, and he'll be able to teach his kids something about the recording and audio world. I could go on and on and on and on about all this good stuff, man, because it just fires me up and gets me pumped up, man. So I'll probably be doing a show tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Saturday. Okay, so I've got a hair appointment at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So that's the only thing that I have tomorrow scheduled as a hair appointment. And so I will be working up a nice show for tomorrow night. Probably come on around 7:30, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And we will go from there, right? But a lot of cool stuff here going on in Texas in the Big B, and you don't want to miss out on any of the shows. Hang on a second, guys. Let's see if I can do something. Hang on. Hmm. Try something. I wonder. I wonder if you have to bring somebody in to do this. Hang on. Hmm. Kind of hard to get to do what I want. Oh well. I was gonna try to bring in a back screen. These things are kind of quirky. It's in here? No, it ain't in there. Try something different. Seems to be working tonight. Yeah, it's working tonight. Hmm. There it is right there. Okay, so that anytime you guys see that audio master, that link right there, be live. If you click on that link, it'll actually bring you into the picture, and you can actually get on the show with me in real time, and you and I can do do a show together. So if I post that up there, just know that you're invited to join in on the show, and you don't have to type everything to the side. You can kind of come in. So anyway, I'm kind of getting really, really tired. The medicine that I'm taking for the infection in my tooth is making me kind of tired and sleepy and drowsy. It's just been a long day, but I did want to get here on the Audio Master show at midnight, hang out with you guys, man. But I was already getting tired at 11, and I said, man, let's just go on a little early and get it kicking. And if I can stay up till midnight, then I will, and we'll just go from there. But thank you guys for joining in. If you haven't hit the subscribe, go ahead and do so now. As you know, this is the greatest show around, and it's all because of you. You guys are the stars, and that's what makes this show so great. It's because of you and all your participating out there. Thank you so much, because keep it coming in. It's a real channel, and there's nothing scripted or anything, and that's what we love about this. So if we mess up, we mess up, and we ask for your forgiveness, right? So until then, hit that subscribe. Also, slam that bell out of the park and get you a grand slam, man, because it's going to notify you as to when I come on. And look, man, all those cool questions, man, don't stop them, man. And Teddy, I hope that I was able to help you out tonight, and give you some sense of direction as to what you might want to look into um, before you actually start purchasing different things and whatever. And then you use your own judgment as to what doll or whatever you'd like to use. I just wanted to throw one out there that's relatively cheap, that I've actually done some recording on and had some great experience with, and with no hiccups. So I wanted to share that with you, man. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. And please join us again tomorrow night. We will be here tomorrow night between 7 and 8 o'clock. That's Texas time, the Big B. And we will see you tomorrow.